The market is so competitive right now. You're out there looking at homes every day, you're finding homes you love, and you're writing strong offers. So why do you keep losing? Well, here's a few tips to help you succeed. So what we really have to do is cut through the noise. There's going to be a pile of offers on almost every home in the market right now, right? We know that. So how do you position yourself as being the best offer for the seller in order to win the home and become a homeowner? Well, the first thing that I'm going to advise you to do is get what's called a DU approval. That's desk underwriter approval. So it's not just clicking on the web through a Rocket Mortgage pre-qualifier. Those things aren't even worth the paper that you print them out on. It's even a step further than getting a pre-approval through your lender. Your loan officer is great. They're going to help answer a lot of questions. They're going to guide you through the process, but they are not the final gatekeeper. The final gatekeeper is the underwriter. And it's like the final boss in Tekken. If you don't beat him, you can't win the game. So what we need to do is go all the way to the desk underwriter and get a pre-approval written through them. What they're going to require is they're going to pull your credit. They're going to do your full debt to income ratio. Make sure you're not overextended on revolving credit payments, student loans, auto loan payments, things like that. They're also going to require your most recent 2 years of tax returns. They're going to require your most recent 2 months of bank statements to make sure there's no large deposits or debits, anything that we might have to explain. And they're going to want to collect your most recent pay stubs, at least your last month or 2 months of pay stubs. Once they've gotten all that and they've verified it, what they're going to do is give you an actual letter that's different than your pre-approval letter. It's saying as long as nothing changes from today until final underwriting, you will be pre-approved to X dollars. What that shows is that you've gone through the steps. There's not going to be hiccups or financing hang-ups, and that's going to put you one step ahead of most of the other buyers who just have a generic pre-approval letter. Second, I'm going to call that listing agent before we even write the offer and find out what is the seller looking for. What you need to do is be the offer that the seller wants. So how do we do that? We find out everything that the seller wants in order to choose you so that they can happily move on. And contrary to popular belief, it's not always the highest offer, though that's going to be huge and that's going to be a high percentage of the winning offers is a final dollar amount that they net. Some of them also need a certain timeline to move. Some of them need to move in 30 days or less. Some of them might need 60 to 90 days. Some of them are even going to ask that they can rent back the house for 60 to 90 days so that they can close and then have time to go and move on and find their home. So we need to find out everything that the seller wants and needs so that we can write our offer to them. That's going to, again, put us several steps ahead of most of the offers in that pile. I can't tell you the amount of times I've just received offers out of the blue and they have just nothing that my seller is going to find appealing, and so I have to go back to those people and tell them if they want to be competitive, here's how we need to at least rewrite it if that's going to work for your client. Some of them just disappear, others just never even call back. So again, you have to be the best offer for the seller. Sellers are going to be considering what contingencies you're putting on your offer. Again, there's going to be a whole other discussion that you and I will have regarding what the contingencies are, which ones you're comfortable either reducing or removing completely to stay competitive. And there's going to be a series of other factors within every offer that makes a difference. So once we've written the offer that matches the seller's desires, what I'm going to do then is call him once it's approved, him or her, the listing agent, let them know that we've just submitted the offer package. It's going to have your DU letter, it's going to have your pre-approval, it's going to have your proof of funds, and it's going to have the offer. This is all in one form that's super simple, easy for them to read, and it's going to have a cover page that lines out each of those different important points like the purchase price, the escrow length, the contingencies, and the easier we can make it for the listing agent and the seller, the better off we are in winning and beating all the competition. The third thing we're going to do in this step is we're also going to have your loan officer call. So now I've called them to let them know we want to write an offer that the seller will choose. I've called them again to let them know that they've just received an offer that's in a very nice, orderly offer package. And then they're going to have a call from our lender as well. Now with 3 points of contact plus our offer, they're going to remember who we are and we're going to stand out among the crowd. And number 3, and this actually also goes back to when we're writing our offer, we're going to discuss what's called an escalation clause, and we're going to discuss whether or not you're comfortable writing this. And what it allows us to do is really kind of stand shoulder to shoulder with any of the winning offers, and it gives us sort of a last right of refusal to beat them by a certain predetermined dollar amount up to a maximum cap. So that keeps you neck and neck with all the competition. It allows you to hopefully beat them by just a small fraction without just going way overboard and offering $10, $20, or $30,000 more when you don't know whatever the last other competing offer is. All right, guys, so if you have questions about that or you'd like any more details about any of these points we mentioned, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks again. Pat O'Connor with Market Real Estate.